In this video, I'm going to be going over the huge market crash coming tomorrow in NBA 2K23 Myteam, when I think you guys should be selling and buying your cards, and just an overview of the market and what I do see happening in the future, and just going over a lot of cards prices. So as you guys know, last Friday, we did get a pretty good content drop with the Heat Wave set. We got 4 new Invincibles, Steph Curry as a crazy, just hyped up Invincible, obviously one of the biggest names in the NBA. We got Carmelo Anthony, his Invincible card. You can't argue one of the best shooting guards or small forwards. We also got Invincible Anthony Davis, maybe not the best power forward in the world, but still an Invincible card. And then we also got the King, Invincible LeBron James, as most likely the headliner, like him and Curry, definitely the 2 headlining cards from that set. And it wasn't maybe the craziest, we didn't get the craziest cards in the actual Heat Wave set. We did get cards like Ralph Sampson, which were really good. Jermaine O'Neal is very solid. Lance is pretty good. Even Mikal Bridges, he's solid, but it wasn't the craziest content drop. But we did see a pretty big market crash because of the 4 new Invincibles, and I could see something like this, maybe even crazier, coming out this Friday. I know a lot of people have speculated for an out of position 3 set. I could see that happening, and we know out of position always crashes the market for mainly point guards, and for last out of position 2, it did crash the market a lot for shooting guards and small forwards, with Big Z and Kevin Garnett coming out in the game. So potentially, if we were to get out of position 3, that could cause a pretty big market crash for the point guards and just whatever cards are affected by the out of position set. I personally don't think it's going to be out of position 3, but I could definitely see it happening. I think we'll get some crazy new Invincibles. We're going to get 4 new Invincible cards, and I feel like there has to be some pretty big names still coming out. We still got Kobe we need. We still got MJ, Kareem, D-Rob, Hakeem, Wilt Chamberlain, Kevin Durant, Kristaps. There's so many big names, Taco Fall, Yao Ming, that potentially could get Invincibles in the next couple weeks. And for this drop, I think we're gonna get something crazy. I know a lot of people are speculating a pretty big drop, and I do think we'll see a pretty decent market crash coming tomorrow. And also, I just want to let you guys know, the next packs, if you guys don't know what next packs are, I'll definitely make videos talking about this in the future. But the next packs are with the draft rookies, right? So Victor Wembanyama, Victor Wembanyama? I don't know how you say his name. Him, Victor, Scoot, Brandon Miller, all these rookies will be coming into the game as Dark Matters. Last year, we got all of the rookies as well. Paulo Banchero, we got Jabari Smith, Chet, all those cards were in the game. So this year, we're going to be getting Victor, and that is going to cause such a big market crash. So that's something also to look out for in the future, right? That's definitely something, in the next couple weeks, because they usually get dropped around the draft time. And I think the draft is the 22nd. I could be wrong though. So around the draft is when we'll be getting those next packs. And that's going to cause a huge, just crazy thing to happen in the mode, because I know people are going to be spending 2 to 3, maybe 4 million MT on Victor Wembanyama, especially if he's going to be an Invincible. I think he'll just be a normal card. But yeah, even if he's just a normal Dark Matter and he's like a center power forward, he's going to be so overpowered and probably one of the best cards, and he's just going to be super hyped up in the game. So that will be coming out sometime soon. But to talk about tomorrow's content drop, I mean, you don't have to sell any cards. I don't think it's going to be that crazy of a drop. It could be, you might want to prepare and maybe sell some cards, but I think it's just going to be a great buying opportunity tomorrow. I think it's going to be a really good time to buy cards. If you guys don't know, the best time to always buy your cards is on Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern time, around 3 to 5 p.m. I always just like to mention that in the market talk videos, just because I know I get a lot of questions on Twitter and just in the YouTube comments, when is the exact time and day to buy cards, and that's going to be on Friday at 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern time. Trust me, if you don't believe me, look at the market at 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern time for older cards, right? So don't look at the cards that just dropped in the set, right? If you looked at Invincible LeBron at 3 p.m. Eastern time, that's when he's at his all-time highest, because he legit just ended on the auction. But if you go to some season 6 cards, you look at a Tim Thomas, you look at a Luka Doncic, or you look at a Bull, maybe look at an MJ or Dwight Howard, that's when they're going to be at their cheapest, because everybody's spending MT and looking to buy the new 4 Invincibles, looking to buy the new Dark Matters, especially if we do get a really good content drop. So if you guys want to buy any cards, you're looking to buy any of the older cards in the game, right, the best time to do is don't buy right now. The market's fairly high. It isn't high. The market's gone back up a decent amount, where cards are still fairly cheap on the auction house, but they're a lot higher than they used to be, especially those hero cards, because I mean, yes, these cards are still super cheap and they dropped a lot in price, but some of them are starting to rise back up a little bit. Cards like Ben Simmons, cards like Jokic, Yao Ming, Bol, they're slowly starting to go back up in price because if you guys don't know, we got those Heroes and Invincible super packs and they were at their all-time lowest. Like, those cards crashed so much yesterday between the Invincibles and the Heroes that yesterday and even Tuesday was such a good time to buy any of these hero cards, maybe as investments. And just if you wanted any of these Invincibles or hero cards, definitely Wednesday or Thursday night, or Tuesday night, I should say, was the best time to do so. They're slowly starting to go back up in price, so Minute might become a little bit more expensive in the next couple weeks as those cards do become a little bit more rare and kind of go back up to what they used to be. I don't think the set's going to be as expensive as it once was. When Minute Bowl first was released, it's never going to be that expensive again, with like Yao Ming dropping, him being like 3-5 million MT. But I do think these cards will slowly go back up in price. So if you guys did hold on to any of your hero cards, or maybe invested in them or bought them at super cheap, you guys probably got them for a good price. But yeah, like I said, best time to buy is definitely going to be on Friday at about 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern time. And then if you guys are looking to sell some cards, right now, I probably wouldn't recommend to do it, just because if you were to list up any of your bid cards, for example, I have Radiant T-Mac, you don't want to do it now, just in case we get a really good shooting guard and then people might panic sell some of their T-Max. You never really want to sell during leaks or during the leak drop at 4 p.m. Eastern time. You never really want to sell. So I'd say if you guys are looking to sell cards, the best day is always going to be on Wednesday. I mean, you can sell cards on Thursday. It's not a terrible time to do so. The worst time is definitely on a Friday. You do not want to be selling any of your cards on a Friday. That's when they're going to be at their cheapest. So maybe if you're holding on to some cards you guys wanted to sell, I would always wait till at least Sunday and potentially even Monday to go ahead and sell cards. That's when usually they start going back up in price. The way the market usually works on a weekend is Friday, 3 to 5, maybe even a little bit later in the night. The market's super cheap. It's still pretty cheap on Saturday day and night, depending on the content drop. I would say, Saturday night, it starts going back up a little bit, the market for a majority of cards. And then on Sunday, Sunday and Monday, the market usually is fairly high. So if you guys ever want to sell some cards, maybe buy them cheap on Friday and then you sell expensive on Sunday. That's how I've been able to make some MT. And I've heard a lot of people doing that as kind of a strategy. If you can really hawk the auction house and really look for some good deals on Friday, once again, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern time, if you can get some cards for super cheap, and then you can maybe look to sell them on a good time on Sunday or even Monday, that could be a solid way to make some MT. But just if you're looking to buy cards, I'd recommend doing so on Friday. And if you're looking to sell, I'd probably wait till Sunday or Monday. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think we're getting tomorrow for the content drop? Do you guys think we'll see a crazy drop with like Kobe's and Kevin Durant's and Kristaps's and maybe some overpowered cards? Let me know what you guys do think about the market as well, and what cards you guys are looking to buy and what cards you guys are also looking to sell. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.